I kind of like the way she describes this right in the front. Setting a goal is not only identifying something you want, but also something you are willing to persevere in order to achieve. I like that, right? Because a lot of times there are goals, there are things like, oh, that would be nice. And then when you look at what it takes to achieve that goal, it's more fight than maybe you really want to put into it. Right? Yeah. So a good goal is something that you want, but you also want enough that you're willing to fight to achieve it.
Yeah.
Because things will get tough if it's a worthwhile goal.
This is true. Goals is a very deep topic in and of itself, and we actually had another jam where we talked about SMART goals, and so we will definitely link to that in the blog post for this one. But in the SMART goals is kind of a method that helps you coming up with a goal that actually makes sense and that you can follow through on. And kind of later on here, something that's going to come into play a little bit is to make sure the goal that you're setting is actually attainable. Otherwise, things start to fall apart. But inside of the goal setting section here, she has 3 separate tips that will kind of help you through the goal creation and cultivating process. And so the first one that she gives is to set goals for the right reason. And this kind of gets you thinking about the why behind things. So the example she gives is winning the lottery, right? So that's that'd be a weird goal to make. My goal is to win the lottery and make $10 million. Why, right? Let's get to the root of that and why you want to win $10 million. You know, are you trying to purchase a new house? Are you trying to go on a vacation? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to put money into your business? Whatever it is, and kind of get to the why behind the goal that you've set for yourself.
Absolutely. Because once you start thinking about those things, then it's like, okay, I want to pay for my kids' college. Well, you don't need to win the lottery necessarily to do that. Having the right why is super important because it all comes back to, again, like if you pick something that's a goal that you're not willing to fight through when it gets challenging, then you're just not going to stick with that goal. So you need a powerful why. And I would also say that it's not a problem. There's no shame in trying a goal and then deciding later that you didn't have a very good why. That's okay too. Or circumstances change. You thought you wanted something more than you did, and then you want something else. That's perfectly fine. Right? I think as long as we keep having goals and keep striving for things, then that's a good thing. And I know there's like 1,000 books on goal setting, and there are so many different opinions of it. Some people want to set really easy goals that you can just kind of blow right through because they're encouraged by just kind of like crushing these goals continually. Some people like to set really big shoot for the moon goals, so even when you miss, you're happy because you made forward progress. And then there are some systems that incorporate all of those, and you have like a little itty bitty goal and a big goal, and then you have like your true target goal and, you know, try to fool yourself. So don't get attached to any one system and just kind of, you know, as you're going through these things, take the stuff that works well for you and that keeps you happy and keeps you motivated moving forward. Because most of all, that's what matters.
Totally. And like Richie's saying, there's a lot of stuff out there about setting goals. And if you want to dive into it, go ahead and dive into it. If you want to get into the SMART goal process that we've talked about before, go for it. I think the biggest thing, like Richie's saying, is do it. Just make a goal and see how it goes. And then keep making them and keep changing them and trying again over and over, because you're going to find out what works best for you. Like Richie's saying, there's a bunch of different styles. So takeaway is just get in there and start doing it, and then change what you're doing to keep doing more of what seems to be working for you.